On the Cuyahoga River.
I love it.
Thank you.
Game 19 preview. We are here in Cleveland, Ohio. Beautiful.
Yes,
Cleveland,
I'm
Ohio.
like blocking out the sun with the
it's pretty
with the pillow.
It's pretty great. Although I will say it looks like there's kind of a cloud hanging over this city.
Yeah, people seem to be in a bad mood. I don't get it.
I don't understand.
It's a gorgeous day out.
It's a wonderful day outside. It's a great day for baseball. It's temperate here. Like it's not super hot like it was in Texas or even St. Louis. I don't understand.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Strange.
People seem down though. I don't get it. Yeah, it was much nicer in places like, I don't know. Where was it really nice? Oh, like California. That was good. Like the Bay.
Like
San
right around
Francisco.
Specifically right around San Francisco was really nice.
Yeah.
You know, I hear they call it the Golden State even in certain spots in
yes,
California.
because of the sun.
Yeah. So no, I don't understand, but we'll figure it out, I suppose. However, misfortune did besiege us a little bit on our travels here. Brian.
We were pulled over twice on our drive today.
Brian does not signal properly when changing lanes, and he does have a signaling problem. We're gonna have to give him that.
Oh,
one.
you forgot that my lights weren't on, even though it's a rental car and I have it on auto. It was like slightly raining, and I guess the car didn't turn the.
Brian,
it's on auto.
There were clearly droplets of rain.
Yeah.
It was clearly an unsafe driving condition.
Yeah.
The headlights needed to be on.
I know. Well,
there are no excuses.
It's always a safety thing.
It's a safety issue, Brian.
I know, and I have to wait the full, whatever it is, 1 second before you signal to actually move into the next lane. Even though I was getting out of his way. All right, Tim.
Oh, hold on.
Wait,
we're just gonna transition right to. Hold on.
Sure.
We didn't even get there. All right, go ahead. Fine.
We've covered it.
Okay.
I was pulled over for dumb reasons. You, on the other hand,
oh, okay,
are a drug trafficker.
I apparently am
How
a
do you
drug
feel about
trafficker. I, you know what? If I were an actual drug trafficker, I think I'd feel a lot better about it because I think I'd be a lot richer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not, so that's the problem.
Do you want to explain to the people what you did to make yourself a drug trafficker?
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay.
I did the speed limit, and as a police officer pulled in front of me, I, like most human beings, see a police officer driving faster in front of me. I'm like, oh, that's a shield. So I'm just going to get behind the police officer and drive the same speed the police officer was, which he explained to me. We were in a 70 zone. He explained to me I was doing 74 miles an hour. He was, I'm not going to say complaining. He was remarking that I was driving 4 miles an hour over the speed limit, which...
Sure, unsafe. Yeah. Endangering the lives.
So then when he
people.
slows down, because now he's able to pace me and I'm doing 74 miles an hour, I, of course, like a normal human being, slow down like a cop slows down.
Okay, but he didn't slow down to like 70.
No. You're exaggerating. He eventually slows all the way down. He basically just takes his foot off the gas and lets the whole thing idle down. And so I do the same thing until we get down to like 55 miles an hour in a 70 zone.
Yeah.
And
you still won't pass him.
And oh, of course not. Why would I? No. So both Brian and I in that moment are like, well, this is about to happen. What is this? Of course, I move over. He pulls off to the whatever. He pulls us over. And thought we were drug traffickers because he was pacing a faster car in front of us, and once we got behind him and started pacing him, he just assumed that because I was traveling 74 miles an hour behind him that I must have been blocking for this other individual.
You look like a trail car. A driver of a trail car.
I didn't even know that a trail car was a thing in drug trafficking.
That's good. Get it on video that you don't know what it is.
You know, I was 2 hours away. You brought this up before. I was about 2 hours of sleep away from just asking him, like, hey, do you want me? Is this where you turn me? Is this where you offer, like, yes, I'm a drug trafficker. Is this where you turn me? And I will give me your gun. Give me a gun, and I will go chase down that guy and get him for you.
Officer, we're on this trip, but you know what? We'll just keep driving down the Ohio. Did you get his plate? I sure you got his plate, right? I'll go get him. Like just point me in the right direction. I'll get him. Yeah. So what was interesting to me about when you were pulled over in North Dakota, we had the whole experience of the cop invited you back to the cruiser.
Sir, please step back with me. He has me sit in his passenger seat while he. Oh God.
Okay. So then today. So when I was pulled over, he didn't come to the driver's side. He came to the passenger side.
Which they're wont to do when they're on the highway sometimes.
Yeah, that's fine. But had to talk to me through you. The guy today, or for you today, because we were twice today, he gave you a little. He didn't even come up to the window.
I look in the side mirror to see him approach, and he just does one of these. And we are on the side, we are on the right-hand side, so this is the highway out here. And I looked at him, and I just went, like, am I really supposed to get out of the car and walk back there right now? Isn't it supposed to, like, you're supposed to stay here with hands on the wheel so that they don't think you're gonna... If I was really a trail car, don't you think that, like, I'd be armed?
Sure.
So really, what that was, which we did,
how did he do that with both guns drawn?
I wasn't able to see it, but I bet you that's what it was. I bet you he was like sitting here, hand on hip, like waiting for me to step out of the car. Oh my God. So then I walk back to the car, and he's got a deputy with him, and he sits there and proceeds to explain to me how I was armed, how I was theoretically going to be armed and dangerous. Meanwhile, I'm in like athletic shorts and a ratty t-shirt because we're just driving across the country and we had just finished sleeping.
He did. So he came up to the passenger side to talk to me. Well, after he was done talking to you, and trying to explain to him that we got this car from Phoenix.
Oh, it's the worst. So the explanation giving this thing, that's why he had to come up and actually get the rental agreement, because I was trying to explain it and couldn't do it thoroughly. We rented a car with Tennessee plates in Chicago. We dropped it off in California and picked up a car with Idaho plates in California.
Right.
We dropped off the car from California in Arizona. And now we have all these different rental agreements. Yes. And by the way, we are in Ohio, coming from Missouri, coming from St. Louis through Indiana.
Yes, at like what, 7?
And by the way, we have Illinois license, driver's license. Yeah. It's the worst possible thing to try to explain to these cops.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. But meanwhile, his deputy was great, because he was just like, oh wait, a baseball road trip. That's awesome. And he's like, I'm explaining these things, but he was like taking notes. He's like, what's the next game? And I was like, oh, I don't have my phone on me. Okay, it's the Nationals. Okay. What's the game after that? What do you not believe? Like, really? I'm able to give you this whole backstory, but you don't, like, you want to hear some more? You don't believe me? Yeah. So that was an interesting experience.
So we, so that's gonna take up the whole video. Basically, he's talking about being pulled over. It was very, it was, I don't want to say fun, but it made the drive a little more bearable.
It did.
Like being able to dissect, how terrible of a driver you are and how you're endangering both of our lives.
Excuse me. No. They thought I was such a good driver that I was a trail car, for goodness sakes, that I was being paid to be a driver. Meanwhile, you, mister, I can't turn into lanes properly or use my signal. Anyway,
I was getting out of his way.
We're here.
Yeah, so we have we got warnings on both of those things that we were pulled over for today. So technically the only ticket
oh my God,
on the strip
9 miles an hour over 9 miles an hour over $40. Mm-hmm. What? We're not going to get into it. We've already talked about it.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, as you can tell, we slept. So we're feeling a little more energetic. Obviously. Energetic. And we're here. We're at the Prague.
They call it the Prague?
I've seen it described as the Prague, yes.
I'm really excited to buy tickets at this, because I hear they have a name your own price tool here at Progressive.
That's not Progressive.
Yes, it is.
Really?
That's Flow. Name your own price tool.
I thought that was
no.
Shatner.
No, that's Priceline, and that's also the same. I'm sure they also have some sort of gimmick about naming your own price.
Well, maybe we'll.
Way to step all over my joke right there.
I didn't think it was the right joke. I was trying to help you.
Just because you're not socially aware of what the situation is.
That's true. Yeah, I don't believe in insurance either.
Doesn't have cable. Doesn't see commercials.
So we're here. We're in another parking garage, and
aren't you gonna CGI something cooler in the background?
No,
your editing has become really good.
I know. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I don't even know what to say. That was a genuine compliment. We
over under 6 times that we make a Major League reference during this game.
Over.
Yeah. You already did the Cuyahoga River part.
We did Cuyahoga River. I know that the Cubs are only going to get one goddamn hit. So
you can't say goddamn on there. Don't worry about it. Nobody's listening anyway.
All right. Well, in case you haven't noticed, our YouTube page is threatening to climb out of the cellar.
Ooh, that's 3 right here.
I know. We're just banging them out. That's it. Yeah. So we'll see you on the recap. Did we forget anything? Oh, the lights are shaped like toothbrushes.
What?
They are at the stadium.
That's a thing?
It's a thing. Okay. Well, I don't know if it's what they look like. So, brush your teeth out there, kids.